I have had and am grateful for the opportunity to learn how to use technology effectively in the classroom through the courses and practicum experiences that the University of Florida provided me with. I believe that technology integration in the classroom is crucial to enhancing student learning and adhering to all student needs. My approach to using technology in the classroom will include a successful integration of the technological ISTE standards in alignment with the academic state and national standards. The ISTE standards work to facilitate empowered learners, digital citizens, knowledge constructors, innovative designers, computational thinkers, creative communicators, and global collaborators while achieving content standards. To accomplish this integration, I will follow the Technology Integration Matrix or TIM framework. This approach will allow me to naturally include technology in the classroom through its use of meaningful characteristics to create a learning environment that is active, constructive, goal directed, authentic, and collaborative. Although this model has some drawbacks, including that it is cumbersome and time consuming, I will extend its use by also using the Triple E framework to measure how these meaningful learning strategies are used to meet targeted learning goals. The Triple E framework defines what it looks like to effectively integrate technological tools based on three components: student engagement in learning goals, enhancement of students' understanding of the learning goals, and extension of learning goals outside of the classroom and into the real world. These aspects alone have many overlapping features, which will help me to best integrate technology into my teaching. The most convenient aspect of this approach is that it can be naturally infused within the classroom using the technological tools that are already provided for me. For example, a science content integration may look like a virtual field trip to watch a rocket launch, or math integration can include students creating an online survey and using the results for analysis. Technology will be used in my classroom to build a community of learners, as well as extend student knowledge by showing videos and researching relevant topics. My favorite technology integration is through the use of pen pals, because although its main focus is reading, writing, and language arts, it can be transferred into every content area through topic and tone that the writer chooses. Although these are just a few, the strategies available to integrate technology in the classroom are endless. As you can see, the approach that I will take only requires the basic smartboard and a few computers for success, which means that I can build on my effectiveness as more resources are available. I know that it is important to remember that technology should not be falsely used for drill and practice, but rather help students to meet learning goals in a way that they would not be able to do without these tools. I believe that the knowledge that I have about the approach described will lead me to effectively use technology in the classroom to provide the best education for all the students that I encounter. As I mentioned earlier, I will be meeting the technological ISTE standards within this integration. One of the standards, digital citizenship, directly relates to student safety and ability to use technology appropriately. This standard explicitly states its goal as teaching students to be perceptive on how to act properly and correctly considering technology use. 9 elements have been acknowledged collectively to make up the significance of digital citizenship. These elements provide a basic understanding of the issues associated with digital citizenship. They are digital access, commerce, communication, literacy, etiquette, laws, rights and responsibilities, health and wellness, and security. In tackling this technological concern, we should be thinking about the digital identity that students create for themselves. A successful identity includes positive, safe, legal, and ethical behavior, so we should work to help students facilitate this identity for themselves while abolishing any characteristics that go against. To meet this standard, we will discuss these aspects with all students through open discussion and guided lectures. Further, there are many online resources, some directly provided by the ISTE website, that are engaging and interactive for students to learn about the importance of their safety, rights, and responsibilities. It is encouraging to hear that you provide your teachers with the opportunity to attend conferences to develop professionally. That being said, a large part of technology integration is encouraging students to become complex thinkers to apply higher order strategies within content areas. Part of this facilitation of higher order thinking is directly related to ensuring that students are designers, makers, and producers. A designer may be required to come up with many solutions to a problem through a design process. For a student, this can look like engaging in a digital simulation where they must make crucial decisions in order to be successful. This problem-solving skill is extremely transferable both academically and in the real world, making it very important to consider in the curriculum. Further, students are producers with technology when they utilize resources to share their understanding of content and the knowledge that they have gained. Promoting student-produced content, especially through technology, is beneficial to students in preparing life skills and mastering the objectives and standards of their grade level. Using the perspective of students as makers allows students to be creative in their use of technological resources when completing assignments and showing their content knowledge. Technology should be used to promote and assist students in becoming producers, makers, and designers because of the background knowledge and deeper understanding that it will result in. I have a very positive perspective on global education. To me, global education is an aspect of pedagogy that is taught to enhance one's meaning of the world. It is often naturally integrated into curriculum and is implemented most effectively through the use of technology. I find global education to be important because of the lack of diversity that I was exposed to in my schooling experience. I didn't feel as I was given the opportunity to engage in creating a global identity, form my own opinions, or learn about different cultures until I went to college. I felt as if I was lacking an important part of knowledge because I did not understand a lot of aspects of the world around me. Therefore, I value exposing students to a global education and would love to be a part of implementing this school's improvement plan. I believe that applying a global education within the curriculum can be as simple as utilizing technology for video conferencing, telecollaborative activities, and/or virtual field trips. Virtual field trips alone would have allowed me to somewhat experience different cultures and places and thus given me a more global perspective. Another view I have about global education is that genuine, real-world experiences are necessary to completely broaden student perspectives, but through the use of technology, students could gain a basic understanding of the world and be motivated to expand their views further. There are many benefits to this type of teaching and learning. First off, it successfully addresses the diversity of the classroom. Teachers can be intentional about the cultures and topics that they choose to showcase based on the community within their classroom. Further, this type of teaching and learning allows students to gain a unique knowledge base that they can build upon and use in all aspects of their academic and personal lives to add to their well-rounded perspective. I feel as if I was robbed of a part of my education because of its lack of global characteristics, so I hold a high value to this type of education and feel that it is my responsibility as an educator to implement it well.